Alright, welcome back to Kung Fu 101, Part 2, Take 2. First one we just didn't record. Alright, and remember from last lesson, we learned how to bow in, fist right hand, open palm left, rotate out as you go down and up, down and back as you come back in. Okay, that's our salute. We also learned our training stance. Feet shoulders width apart, knees slightly bent so you can just barely see your toes. Roll your hips forward like you're sitting down. Okay, you can stay in this stance for hours. Easier on your knees, keeps your balance straight down. Remember, we're learning balance not only stationary but in motion, so you don't lose your balance in an incident. Hands, fists chambered at your side, palms up. We learned our first punch, straight punch, striking first two knuckles, slight bend in the elbow. As your hands pass, the palms should face one another, smooth. When you do your repetition, keep the elbows in. If you keep the elbows out, your energy goes this way or this way. You want it to go forward to what you're striking. We also learned our back fist. You remember the back fist we started with just an open hand, relaxed, close your hand. Just that motion is the start of the back fist. As we strike with it, it comes out, snap. It goes around your opponent's block. It's not like a standard back fist. It strikes against your opponent's arm. It goes around like a whip, not a club. So it's a back fist here. And then when you go off either hand, pops like a whip. And then we did our combo. Back fist, straight punch. Back fist, straight punch. Back fist, straight punch. Alright. This time we're going to take our punch and turn it into two blocks. We have our punch straight out. If you take your hand just like it is, with that slight bend in the elbow, and raise it, keep looking straight, use your peripheral vision to just where you can barely see your hand here, that's your upper block. That's where it should be. Some styles teach upper blocks this way, where it strikes and stops here. The military is always designed that a 60-degree angle is a perfect angle of deflection. You don't want to stop their strike, you want to stop it and deflect it off. So you take your punch, you bring it here. Always blocking with the meat of the forearm. This on the back side of your forearm is all nerve. That will hurt. Always block, if you can, with the meat of the arm on this. Up. So as the strike comes, it will deflect off. So when you're moving in on someone, if they come down with a strike, and you strike up, and their strike gets deflected, you can step in. So as we do this one, it's in the form of our punch. It's right within our circle of peripheral vision. It's not too high. It's not out here to the side. It's blocking right down our center line. As we do it, bring our fist over to the opposite shoulder and up. Almost like you're punching up. Opposite shoulder and up. Opposite shoulder and up. Remember, 60-degree angle. You want to deflect it, not just stop it. Shoulder and up. Opposite shoulder and up. Okay? Remember, always blocking with the meat of the arm. Our next one, as you guessed, if we went up, we're going to go down now. Same thing. Punches out here, come down to the middle. Turn your hand just a little bit so you're blocking with the meat of the forearm. So if they come up with a kick, it's deflected off, not just stop. If you try to stop it straight out with a palm, yes, that can work, but you can also damage your wrist. Get it deflected out to the side. You notice everything we've done so far, the elbows stay within your shoulders. All right, because when the elbows come out, you leave yourself open. So as we come down, You're going to bring your left hand across, bring it down your right arm, and turn it. This is our lower block. Still a 60-degree angle. Still blocking that center line. Should pass right through your wrist on both the upper and on the lower. With a 60-degree angle, block with the meat of the arm. Okay? So now we know straight punch, back fist, upper block, lower block. So try practicing those in a combination. Straight punch, back fist, upper block, lower block. Straight punch, back fist, upper block, lower block. Okay? Now, then round this out, let's do one strike. You can add this in with your back fist. This is called a ridge hand. A lot of things I think that you've seen before have been knife hand, striking with this side of your hand in a chopping motion. The ridge hand uses the inside of the hand, thumb tucked, to protect yourself. You stick your thumb out there, you're going to break it. Thumb tucked, just on the inside. Alright, and from the side, this is what it will look like. Hand out here, we'll say you've thrown a back fist. To do a ridge hand, it just makes a circle. It's nothing wide. It comes down and up and in. So what you're trying to do in this, the back fist is the front side of the head. As you bring the hand back, the ridge hand comes up and strikes the far side of the head. Okay? So you get your practice for your circle in here. And as you bring it around, if you see my wrist, I'm palm in toward me and then palm away. It puts a little snap on the end of it, just like you did with your back fist. It does the same thing with the ridge hand. So you can come in on your opponent, back fist around his block, ridge hand to the back side of his head, punch. So you've hit him 3 times. Back fist, ridge hand, punch. 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 And a little slower on the front so you can see it. Back fist, bring the hand down, ridge hand, punch. Back fist, ridge hand, punch. Alright, and from the other side, your ridge hand can start here, down, just a circle. Keep that elbow tucked in. You're just curling your arm back to yourself. But you're striking your opponent on the other side of his head, below the jaw, the neck, the temple, whatever's available. This is when you're moving in on him. You've hit him here with a back fist. You've dove down and come around, struck him with a ridge hand on the far side. When we used to practice in tournaments, people thought they were getting hit in the back of the head by somebody else. Because we'd strike here and then come here, and we're in close. Here, here. Remember, tuck that thumb for protection. Side of the ridge hand. Simple curling motion. And then once more from the front. Okay? It can also come across, but you want to keep it inside. So you've got your punch, back fist, your ridge hand, upper block, lower block. Upper block, 60-degree angle. Lower block. Same thing. Center line should pass through your wrist. Okay? Now, next week we'll get into some kicking. Remember